Using videos in your sales process today is a no-brainer. However, many of us still have challenges when it comes toward using videos at an enterprise level. We're trying to get a hold of executives here, Donald. What do I say? How do I go about making sure my videos stand out? In today's episode, we're going to give you some advice and some ideas, and we're going to get one of the video experts that knows a thing or two about creating effective videos. Hopefully this can help you. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist podcast. I'm your host, Donald Kelly, the Sales Evangelist, and I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on this episode, we have the one and only Mr. Tyler Lessard. Tyler is the VP of Marketing and Video Strategist over at Vidyard. I want to make sure I had his title down, so I wrote it down properly here. And the cool thing about Tyler is that not only does Tyler come with this marketing background, but he comes with some sales experiences as well. And in the conversation today, we're going to tackle the idea of enterprise selling, because the principles that the things that you're doing right now as an enterprise seller may be a little bit different than when you are selling just like an individual solution. But I want to pick Tyler's brain to find out, based on his experience, working with a lot of companies, working with enterprise sellers, working with SMBs, what makes a video different and what brings the prospect to actually want to watch it. He's going to break it down and share with you today. What are some of the mistakes that people are making when it comes towards creating videos, especially at the enterprise level?
Yeah, well, when we talk about creating videos, I think first and foremost, the big mistake that people make is just their perception of what is a video in today's business world. A lot of us still think that the way we use video is highly produced, one-to-many content, things that are like advertisements or promotions, and we need drone footage and professional production behind it, and that's just simply not the case anymore. And especially in the world of sales, where we can all be hitting the record button, talking into our webcam, doing a quick screen share video, and it's all about communicating our ideas. Like, it's really as simple as that. And I think biggest mistake a lot of people make is not really embracing that and thinking just, hey, wait a minute, a video is just a new, more impactful, more effective way for me to communicate my ideas, to answer a question, to explain something, to walk through something. And once you just get your head wrapped around that, it starts to change the way that you use it. It starts to break down the barriers that you have, and you start to realize it's about connection, not perfection. And that's the most important thing right now with using video. That mistake that a lot of people make is thinking that, video is either going to work or it's not. And it's a silver bullet or it's not. And I say, I'm going to send out 10 prospecting videos, and if I don't get 5 responses, I'm going to call it a failure and I'm going to move on. When the reality is, this is just a new mode for us to incorporate into our day-to-day communications with our prospects, right? When we are reaching out to a prospective client, should we be making phone calls? Absolutely. Should we be connecting on social? Of course we should. Should we be sending traditional text-based emails? Yes. Should we be sending them short videos to introduce ourselves, to make us a little bit more familiar, to make us a little bit more human? Absolutely. And I would also often challenge people, why wouldn't you send a short video as part of those outreach sequences as that visual medium to make you a little bit more familiar, to create that connection, right? So when you start to think about it in that way, it's just a part of your communication rhythm with prospects and clients. And again, a lot of people will argue, well, the reason I don't is that it's not as efficient. It takes me a lot longer to make a video than it would be to type out an email. And I mean, we could spend the whole episode talking about that, but that's simply not true. Once you get good at video, hit the record button, deliver your message, end it and send it. And it can be such an effective medium for you just to get your messages out there.
The subject line. How can I make sure my subject line is actually going to pop when it comes towards enterprise folks? What are some of the things that you guys seen are some of the best practices when people are sending out videos?
Yeah, well, you put in this effort to make the video, and then it's like heartbreaking that people don't watch it. So it starts with, get them to open the message in the first place. And to your point, typically people are sending these videos via an email message. So they'll send the email, the video is included as a thumbnail image within the message and a link to click to watch the video. So getting them to open the email is step number 1. And we have found that when a video is the payoff in the email, it gives you a little bit of a new opportunity to think about what is that subject line, because Now you're teasing them, you're creating curiosity by, hey, there's a video here from me to you, something I made just for you, waiting behind the door. We've found really simple thing, a subject line like, Donald, a quick video for you, or Sarah made you this quick video. Something as simple as that, as a subject line, piques curiosity. It stands out from a lot of the other things that are happening out there today, and often generates a higher open rate because, again, there's this curiosity gap created where, wait a minute, did this person really make me a video? And if so, well, what's in it?
I want to talk about call to actions in those messages. Give you some ideas of some of the things that you recommend people do when it comes towards creating effective call to actions in their video messages.
Yeah, so the interesting thing when you're sending a video is you've got the call to action at the end of your video. And then if you are sending it via email, there's also that call to action in the email itself, right? Which is typically going to be possibly sitting separate from the video. And so you almost have this chance for two different calls to action. In the video itself, you want to make sure that you're coming off as authentic and genuine as possible, right? Like this is a very transparent medium, and we can lean into that in terms of authenticity. And often when I find people, when they're ending videos, the same way they've typically ended emails, it feels a little bit awkward. Like ending it, you know, and ending it with saying, you know, could I have 30 minutes of your time to talk more? And you say that out loud and you're like, that just doesn't feel right. You know, maybe I should revisit my emails as well, because like this is my first message I've sent to them. Asking them for 30 minutes up front just doesn't feel like the right thing I should do. And so I think you really want to lean into that and say, with these videos, right, this is a great chance at the end to be a really authentic self and say, you know, if this is of interest to you, it's something I'm super passionate about, and I would love to share a couple more tips with you. Let me know what you think, right? A little bit more of an interest-based CTA.
Yeah.
I also love to end it with the idea of, could I send you another video to share a little bit more detail, or to show how somebody else has solved this, or to, you know, whatever, or to show you exactly how that works. And then that one is, it's now you're taking this almost like movie trailer kind of approach to your communications, right? The first one is almost a trailer for yourself. You're connecting as a real person, introducing the problem, starting to create that level of interest. And then if you can get them to say, sure, send me over another short video to more clearly show me what you do. If that then is your 90-second movie trailer, right? You're not going through everything. You're just whetting their appetite. And that can be a really effective way without having to ask them for a big ask at the beginning, a big commitment of spending time on a call or reading an article. This is a laid back experience that most people are open to if you give them the option.
And if folks want to get in touch with you personally and to check out your book, how did they go about doing so?
Yeah, connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm very active there. If you have any questions about what we've talked about, want any links to resources, just find me on LinkedIn, Tyler Lessard. And as mentioned, my book, The Visual Sale, co-authored with the incredible Marcus Sheridan, is freely available on Amazon and others, or you can find it at thevisualsale.com and see what you think.
That was Tyler Lessard, and if you want to go ahead and connect with Tyler, you can find him at Vidyard.com. You can find all his information down in the show notes. Also, you can connect with him and tell him that you heard him on the Sales Evangelist podcast. I know he'll be super grateful. Check out his book as well with the great Marcus Sheridan. We have a link down in the show notes with Marcus Sheridan, previous episode with us way back then. And you can go ahead and connect with them and connect with him as well and check out the great book. If you're not using video, I would love to hear any reason why. And if you are, I would love to hear what's making you successful. Hit me up on LinkedIn, Donald C. Kelly. For the people in the back, Donald C. Kelly. As always, I share this because I want you to succeed. I want you to find more of your ideal customers. I want you to know what to say when you reach out to them. I want you to close more deals. But most importantly, I want to challenge you to raise your level of thinking. I want you to challenge the way that you think. I want you to go out and do big things. Thank you so much for watching.